Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Before we launch into the real meat and potatoes of this video, I need to give you all a quick PSA, a public service announcement, zombie style, okay? 2 weeks ago, I launched my second Home Sweet Home t-shirt campaign. The shirts look a little bit like this, except they're even brighter blue. You've got the house at the top there where the children will be safe. You've got the rock which the house sits on, and then you've got the Apothicon influence down below, looking rather spooky and extremely detailed as well. These shirts, okay, are only available for like pretty much one more day. So if you want to get one, then now is your last chance. Link in the description down below. We might do a little extension of maybe like 12 hours or something. So if you're wondering if it's still available or not, just click through to the link and you'll see if you can buy one or if you can't. But this is it. That's the only blue shirts that we're going to be selling is in this campaign. So you've got one more day. And the thing that I wanted to give you a quick PSA about is the fact that I mentioned originally that there was a secret item bundled in with every single one of those shirts. Obviously, you get a sticker of that house design with every single shirt, so that's one thing, but you also get a secret item which I can now reveal to you, okay? It's the end of the campaign now. Some people have already started receiving their shirts because they ordered right at the beginning of the campaign on the first day, and that's not everyone, by the way. We've had literally over 1,000 orders, so we're still processing most of them, but a couple have started arriving, and they've sent me some pictures of the secret item, and so I figure it's time to reveal it to the world. So this is the secret item that we've been working on, and I've been keeping a secret for so long now. It's an official MrRoflWaffles limited edition keychain. It's free with every single shirt order, so if you buy one of these shirts, you get one of these keychains for free. It's got like a 3D texture to it because obviously you've got to get that waffle pattern in there, and I mean, personally, I just think they look so damn cool. I'm so happy it turned out the way it did. And I cannot wait for all you guys to get your orders, get your shirts, get your stickers, and get your keychains. Okay, so the bulk of this video is going to be focusing on Dr. Monty, the Super Easter Egg, the decrypted game files, and my opinions of all of those topics, really, okay? So we currently have some, but not all, of the sound files for Revelations decrypted. Now, I've got a whole 49-minute video talking about the decryption process if you are interested. It's linked in the description down below and on the screen just here if you want to check it out, but that's on my channel. I won't be talking about it again in this video. I'll just be saying that we've decrypted some, but not all, of the sounds. So we've got something like, I think, like 1,500 different sound files from the game so far. There are still probably over 1,000 left to go, so there's a lot more for us to get at, but what Porter found when he did his decryption, which I walked through in my video, is that some of those quotes are things that we've never seen before, or rather heard before, actually, now that I think about it. Specifically, they are quotes from Dr. Monty, and, well, they sound like this.
Max ammo. Bonus points. Carpenter. Double points. Fire sale. Insta-kill. Minigun. Kaboom.
Yeah, so clearly, these are quotes for Dr. Monty being the announcer on the map. So in the same way that you normally have an announcer and they go, fire sale, or double points, or all that sort of thing, this time we have Monty doing that. What the hell? That seems really weird, right? Because at no point so far in anybody's gameplay on Revelations have we heard Monty specifically being the announcer. Now, a lot of people would argue that it makes sense. A lot of people, for example, theorize that red eyes means Monty has some kind of influence going on there, and as such, he should be the one doing the announcing. I don't really agree with that theory, but I've seen it come up online. But just generally, the thought of Monty being the announcer is a rather interesting one. Can we unlock this in our games? Is there a way to activate this? Or do you think that this could be old code, old sound files that is deprecated, it is unused in the actual map itself, and it's just been left in there because Treyarch didn't happen to see it when they were sweeping through and getting rid of the garbage data that was in the files? Like, maybe it's just old stuff that they were planning to use and they decided that they weren't going to use for whatever reason, and so it's not actually relevant to anything in the map. That's one interpretation of things here, which is completely valid and fine. You can think that, and that's okay, but what I'm going to be doing in this video is being a little optimistic and essentially saying, if they are really, I guess, used for stuff in the map itself, what could their purpose be, and why could they be there? Regardless of what you think of eye color or anything like that, Monty doing announcing is not really something that sounds like it's out of his remit, because Monty gives us things like drops, and so if he's reading out the name of the drop that he gives you, that doesn't sound that weird, right? That sounds pretty reasonable. Also, we've, on Revelations, got Monty reading out, or rather Monty singing the perk jingles. He kind of half sings them, half reads them. So if he's saying the perk jingles in the map itself, there's a way to do that. You get yourself a perkaholic, you start knifing a perk machine when it's playing the jingle, and he'll start saying or singing the jingle itself. If he can do that, and that's fine, maybe there's a similar way for us to activate these announcer quotes and get him to let us know that we've got a double points, an insta-kill, a fire sale, a bonus points, whatever it might be. Maybe that is something that we can activate. And if so, what the hell is the process going to be in order to get to it? If, to get the perk jingles to change to the Monty versions, we had to knife the perk machine while having a perkaholic and while it was jingling, surely that would mean that in order to change the announcer quotes, you'd have to interact with something that was directly related to the announcer somehow. So maybe if there's a drop actually in the map, so I don't know, for example, let's say you've got a max ammo there, if you interacted with it in some way, could you potentially change the drop so that Monty would then start announcing from that point on? One of the theories I have about this is that in the map right now, there is a mystery that we currently have not solved, and it's to do with the I'm Feeling Lucky Gobblegum. I'm Feeling Lucky gives you a random drop, and one of the drops it can give you is a blue max ammo in Revelations. Now, the blue max ammo doesn't appear elsewhere, but what it does in this map is, I believe at least, it replaces your gun with a random gun. I can't remember. Let me know what it does in the comments down below, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware of exactly what it does. I think it replaces your gun with a different gun. So if you're holding a pistol and you get the blue max ammo, it gives you a random other weapon. Now, what if, because this is unique to Revelations, this mechanic of a blue max ammo being there, what if we can use that somehow in some unique way that is unique to this map to change the announcer so that instead of the regular announcer that we're used to, it then changes to Monty, using the fact that this max ammo is blue, it's weird, it's unique to Revelations, and there's something peculiar going on with it. That's one of the theories I have. I haven't been able to test it out right now because I've been working flat out making my video about the decryption process of these sound files, and also trying to squeeze in some uni work, and working on a secret project I can't tell you guys about for a couple more days, but I will be able to tell you about very soon, which is very exciting. But hopefully you guys will be able to test that for me in-game. Maybe try holding square on the drop before you pick it up. Maybe try knifing the drop before you pick it up. All sorts of different things to see if you can change the announcer on the map. Now, if you can change the announcer on the map, that's really interesting, because we have a situation where there's the perk jingles being changed, the announcer being changed, and so I wonder, what if there are other things that we can change as well? What if we can bring Monty's influence into the map in multiple different areas, and maybe we do it in 3 different areas, so maybe perk jingles, and then these announcer quotes, and then somewhere else? Maybe what will happen is that will then cause something else to begin, and we'll unlock something. Maybe that could be related to the hats, for goodness sake. We've obviously got a mystery hat right now that we haven't unlocked, the final hat, so what if it's related to that? Really, we don't know what's going on. We can only speculate at this point, but I wanted to just give you guys some ideas and get your brains firing a little bit about what this could possibly be, and some directions we could go in exploring and trying to find the next step potentially in whatever process this might be associated with. I also wanted to briefly touch on the idea of a super Easter egg. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, these could just be old sound files and they could be nothing, and that's totally valid. But if we're really optimistic, and we don't just say that this is like a little side Easter egg, but it's actually part of a super Easter egg, then what would that entail? Well, if Monty is influencing more and more of the map, then maybe what's going to happen is we'll see some kind of thing where he goes a bit power crazy, or he oversteps the line, or he gets too involved, and that potentially would then expose any weaknesses he might have. It might make him vulnerable, and the characters might then be able to enact some kind of different plan with that spare blood that they've got, or something, I don't really know, in order to try and break the cycle that they are in. Because we've had so many quotes and so many ciphers, well, I say so many, it's sort of like 1 or 2, but we've had so much stuff in Black Ops 3 that has really pointed towards Monty having some kind of dark streak to his character. And I just feel like if Monty's getting more and more power in the map, if he's doing the perk jingles, if he's doing the announcing, surely we're going to be able to do something to usurp the throne and claim power for ourselves. Or break the cycle. Or close the loop. Or resolve the paradox. Fingers crossed, I hope so. Might happen, might not, I don't know, but that's just a little speculation to get you guys thinking about this, like I said earlier on. I've been MrRoflWaffles, thank you for watching the video. If you want one of the shirts, I threw it onto my bed, but if you want one of those shirts that I was holding up earlier on, then down below, in the description, waffles.onage.com, go click through. You've got really very little time left to buy a shirt if you do want one, and you get your keychain, you get your sticker, you get a high five from me if I ever see you in real life wearing the shirt, you get a hug from me probably as well, but thank you for watching, guys. I've been MrRoflWaffles, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.